Some of y'all have mentioned what is wrong with the dock. Have you seen this in the background in a few of the videos we've done down here? And nice shadow, Jimmy. Oh, spring is getting here. I'm getting allergies big time. But you can see there that what has happened is we are having some severe rot in treated lumber that is not supposed to do this. You pay a lot of money to get treated lumber. And it should not be doing this right here. But you see what's happened? The tops of those have rotted out and they've become soft. You can see that one board. And what we're doing is we're going in here and we're putting more treated lumber and we're going in beside those. And that is really just a temporary fix. Now, if that treated lumber is really, really good, it won't be a temporary fix. It'll be a permanent fix for that. But what's going to happen is we're going to have other areas. You can see right down in there. That one there has got some rot on it also. So you can see what's happening there. And this is our problem. This is our problem. You can look at how bad that one is. Now, that lumber should not be doing that. That absolutely should not be doing that. But one of the things, and of course, the replacement lumber is probably 3 times as expensive as what we paid for that lumber. That is not any good. And you can see we've gone over here. It should all look like that. It should look like that one right there, but it doesn't. It looks like that, and it looks like that. Absolutely horrible, horrible, horrible. Just a terrible deal. It should never happen. A lot of work and effort, and of course these new boards, like that board right there, it's laying there, that's a 10-foot board, 8 or 10 foot, 2x6. I think about 30 bucks. What you're looking at laying there is about $500 worth of lumber right there. That's just it. It's just kind of amazing. You should never have to do it. Not only that, a lot of time. And we've got it this far. Jamie is on his way down to help Larry and I today with it. But we'll be working on this as the day goes on. And a little bit tomorrow also. And hopefully, you can see how bad that is there. Just absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. And we got 1 or 2 soft spots, and what happens, of course, is it gets soft. As you start to walk on it, it gets soft. Very bad situation. But we're going to temporarily fix it. Hopefully it'll last another 5 or 10 years, and probably eventually have to end up replacing everything, either that or putting a floating dock and sticking it way out here, which would cost a fortune, which I don't have. But you never know. 5 years from now, I might have a fortune. You have heard me say many times that as you get older, you get wiser. You don't get any smarter, but you get wiser. And I can tell there, you watch Larry doing what he's doing there, he's got wiser. He was crawling around on his hands and knees, drilling those a little bit earlier. And now he's got a longer drill bit, so he doesn't have to get on his hands and knees, and he doesn't have to bend over very far. I'm surprised that he doesn't have one that's 4 foot long where he wouldn't have to bend over at all. Do they make one that long, Larry? Huh? They make one of those drill bits that long?
Not a drill bit, but they make it.
Even longer. You don't have to bend over very far at all on that one.
I lost power doing it though.
Oh, can't lose power.
It's coming.
Can't lose power.
There you go. Right there.
Now he's back down on his hands and knees, so after I said all that, but he's got up here where he can put a little push to it too. The whole thing is just all about measuring, getting those exactly right, and hitting everything. And once you get there, see that long drill bit? Don't have to be on your hands and knees. Don't have to bend over very far, and you got a lot of power. We are just about to have a deck back again here in a little bit. That'll be solid for, how long you think it'll be solid for, Larry? 5 years?
Maybe.
Maybe not, huh? I could have answered that, maybe. I think that's not going to rot out. That new wood shouldn't rot at all.
The old wood shouldn't rot. Yeah, the other was new.
I know the other was new too. Shouldn't have rotted either. I know that. It shouldn't have done that. That should be warranty. That should be under warranty. That's one of them lifetime warranties, but it wasn't our lifetime. It was somebody else's lifetime. Yeah, your life or mine. It wasn't mine, because I'm still alive and we can't warn any of the wood. But we just about have a solid deck to fish off for a while, and that's all good. That is all good right there. We are definitely winning. Definitely. Putting blocks of wood in there. Making very, very solid again. Jamie, that's probably a $10 piece of wood you got in your hand.
That, I'm sure you'd be that cheap.
Well, we bought them 3 weeks ago. They were cheaper then. What a beautiful sunset we're having over there. Y'all need to take time and look at the sunset. I guess not. I'm going to catch a fish. I'm going to catch a fish. The problem that Larry was really concerned about was that we took all these boards off, you know, about a month ago. And Larry was concerned because he got to thinking that all the boards have to go back the exact same place we took them off because they wouldn't work any other way. And so that, since we had a big pile of boards and we didn't know where they go, they wasn't marked or anything. But it was just a matter of measuring what size board you need and then going through there and finding them. And it was kind of like picking up nails. As you get closer to the end, it gets easier to pick them up because you had less to choose from. So you just find out how many inch of board you need and you look till you found that board. And it looks like that we have the same amount of boards that we started with. And then they all fit in the right places. A few more screws, and by golly, they'll all be down. And we can walk around out here anywhere we want. Right? Yeah, it tired me out, I'm telling you. I got to catch a fish. I got to catch a fish. Larry caught 13 fish today and I didn't catch any. He'll be telling people he went fishing with Jimmy and he said, I caught 13, Jimmy didn't catch any. It's exactly what he'll be telling them, right, Larry?
That's what's happened so far.
I knew you would say that. I might. All right. As y'all can see, we have progressed a lot since I shot that video. And as Larry says, he's wondering where Jimmy got involved in that we part. And I gotta be totally honest about it. Actually, Jimmy's done all of it almost by himself. Not really. Yeah, no, Jimmy has been on another project here for the last couple hours, and actually Larry and Jamie's done all of this since church, as a matter of fact. This has all been done since church this afternoon, and we're getting pretty close on this situation right here. And
food right there with them two holes on top. Yeah. Right there.
They're not paying a whole lot of attention to me. They're working. All I'm doing is getting in their way, and they're not liking that too much. But so I'm going to stay out of their way. I've got some other stuff I got to do. I'm going to get out of their way. They don't put me to work if I hang around very much. But we're getting really close on this right here. You can see that we went in there and put 2x6s besides the ones that are bad, and solided everything back up again, and those will last now, we hope. Now those are good treated lumber just like we started with. That did not last. They've let, how long has this lasted? How much has it been since 2015, right?
Yeah, well, when the lake was dry.
Well, the lake went dry in 2015. So it,
August or something like that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, well, Mother's Day 2015, and then we built it back in really hot when it was totally dry. Built this on dry land. 17 foot of water out here on the end, and but there was no water at all. These poles are 20. What are they? 22, Jamie? Is that what they were?
They were long. Yeah.
24 of those poles that it's built on.
Actually, we can hook it tight. We can do that and make that straight. I go.
If I drop a quarter, it's going to go down in between there.
Yeah.
But we've got these all pretty well ready to go, though, so we're going to be solid again. We'll be able to move our fish feeder back over there where it was, and won't be long till we start feeding. It's still a little bit too cold to feed. The bluegill are still down deep, but it won't be long till we move them back over and start feeding those bluegill again. get another 1,000 bluegill or so here up around the dock. But that's the problem, and that is the solution right there. So we're in pretty good shape, and this is gonna last for quite a while. Actually, this will last. The part we're fixing will last for a long time, won't it, Larry?
Right in here.
The part that won't last is others that start rotting out. This part's going to keep on working. Very good. Very good.
So you're wanting to do 5 3/4. It'll be from this edge over. I'll fasten that other side too. I mean the end of this one here.
Yeah, this one's screwed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll screw it there. That wasn't here. I lost a lot of people. That for nothing.
Those worried about those screws?
No, where them which ones go with it.
Oh yeah, that's right. We took them off. We just stacked them around, did we?
What are you talking about weed?
I remember stacking those things. Now don't you count me out of everything. I remember stacking those things are heavy. You don't forget handling those.
That's a wide board.
I'm into saying we, Larry. I say we even if I do it by myself. What are you talking about?
That's we, huh?
Yeah, that's we when I do it by myself. A lot of times when I say we, I mean Jamie or you, Pat or Chris or whatever. But I believe in counting we in just about everybody. Right, Jamie?
Yeah.
We just about got her done.
You get it?
All right. What do you think, son?
Looks good.
Looks good.
Just equal up the hole. Yeah, there you go.
The dock project is looking really good, getting very close to being finished on this part right here for sure. I'm telling you, looking good. We're getting, it's kind of like taking things apart and putting it back together. It doesn't look like we have any pieces left over. That's pretty much a miracle. We had to have a piece to go in every one we took off, and looks like that's pretty much happened. So,
That's pretty solid.
we fastened all these together when we built this thing back in 2015 on dry land. We fastened all of this lumber stuff together, artificial wood, which will last forever, as opposed to the wood below it, which did not last forever. But we fastened it all together with fasteners where you don't see any screws or anything. But obviously we can't do that when we put it back together. But it's
Now they're sunk down in there.
yeah, they're sunk down in there pretty far. We're not seeing any screws now. You're right, Jamie.
You got holes.
Yeah, we're definitely not seeing any screws now. They're sunk down in there pretty good. But it's looking good, and it's a solid floor again. It was feeling for a while there like we were going to fall through when we walked down here. And I guess eventually we would have.
We'll move that feeder right in here.
While you got your deal there, you might just take that old light deal off, Larry. I don't think it's any good. While you got your screw gun there, just unscrew that. It's just got 2 screws holding it. And I don't think either one of them work anymore. I think they're both.
I'll build toenail that way.
They're both bad.
This ain't good here either. I can toenail.
I need to put some more solar lights down here that are a little brighter. They make them brighter now. Of course, that was electric. That wasn't really solar. Had a solar charger on it too, but it was electric. Looking good. Y'all make any cast?
No,
Not a single cast? Well, I'll make one for you.
I didn't intend to Jamie to come down there.
Yeah, I got down here quicker than I thought I.
Yeah, I was gonna block this in here, but we're there.
I heard him say, "Dang, there he is."
He was intended to make a few throws. I'll make a cast for you since I didn't catch any yesterday. Yeah. Oh, there's one. I had to catch a fish just to make y'all feel good.
It's amazing. I didn't think we'll get very good here early.
Look at the size, though. Oh, my goodness. Look at the size. Definitely don't catch many off the dock that size unless you're fishing with a crappie jig. That's a small one.
Down here a while back, and I mean,
That is a small one right there. I see some of them guys on YouTube just hollering and screaming when they catch one that size, so I'll holler and scream too. We'll take it, by golly. I'm not making a very long cast with this rod. Got that 50-pound braid on there, and I'm not. Yeah, they all count one. You're right. They all count one. I'd rather have a one instead of a one. Ooh, there's another one. I think that's a little bit bigger than that last one. Feels a little bit bigger anyway, to me. This fixing and repairing this dock is really hard work, no doubt about it. I'm using a really strong, really heavy Lucky Strike jig on there, a 3/4 ounce. And the only reason I'm using a 3/4 ounce, trying to make a long cast. I'm throwing really far out there because it seems like a lot of the fish are pretty far out. There's grass there. Not grass, just some weed, trash or something, and no grass way out there. Yeah, the dogs messed it all, the level and everything.
I'm at Broken Hill.
Yeah, that's. Oh, there's one. Ooh. That's a pretty nice fish right there. Pretty nice fish right there. I'm gonna have to go over here and I'm gonna have to go over here and get this one in my landing zone area. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, I don't know if that needs to be lifted in or not. You guys get back, Bella. Get back. Bella, get back.
Back off of this fish that was coming loose.
Here, get back.
I've been actually pulling up there and popping it like he's on the stick.
Come here. You guys get back.
Come here.
This is a big one. Have to use. Get back, Bella. Get back. Whoa, that's a 6-pounder right there. We quit. That's a big fish right there. That's a 6-pounder. Well, I'm working on this dock and I'm working up you quit biting it. Working on this dock and I'm working up a sweat here, but I decided to go ahead and make a cast or two, and I think that's number 5 actually, and that's the biggest one. So I'm gonna quit because Larry and Jamie's gonna push my tail into the water if I keep on doing this. Let's turn this thing back. Come here, baby. You dogs get back. Yeah. It's a big 6-pound bass right there. I'm just wearing myself out getting this dock fixed, but it's all done. Better go back to work. I better go back to work. Looky there, sports fans. We're getting close to having them all down. Oh, you still got a lot of screw in there, don't you? Yeah, there's still quite a little bit there. But it's looking awful good.
Oh no! Damn!
Down it went too.
Oh yeah, it left. It left. That's why I was afraid it'd knock his tripod in, is what I was kind of wondering, too.
You believe that? I mean, couldn't have done it any better.
Pushed it right through the hole. I can't. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like a rock.
Yeah, those are heavy.
Top of that,
They do not float.
We took that other back.
yeah.
They do not float. They do not float.
Sam was trying to get that block. You can see that block. That was the ugly girl. Good.
She said, "I didn't know about that. That didn't bother me. Didn't bother me a bit to knock it in."
Only place she could have stepped on that and done it.
And hit it just right. Just went propped up and went right in, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might even had that on video. I don't know. I don't think I did. I think I was pointing down there where y'all were working on that board. One thing about this heavy stuff, it does not float.
Oh, yeah.
Do you toenail it into that other one, or it won't toenail in, will it? Yeah. You don't need any supervision. You know, my hand was getting a little sore there from working that rod and reel, cramping up a little bit. Well, since my girl's not coming today, I better go check on Chris. Yep.